What is up, guys? EJ here, back with another video, and today's going to be my Blu-ray DVD collection for 2020 and the romance section. So it actually starts over here. So up first we have 50 First Dates from 2004, widescreen special edition with Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore. Yeah, good fun movie. Sean Astin has a great cameo. That's really funny. Alright, moving on down. Up next we have 500 Days of Summer from 2009. Yeah, really good film with Zooey Deschanel and Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Two young actors that I enjoy quite a bit. Up next, we have About a Boy from 2002 with Hugh Grant and Rachel Weisz. Really good film. Toni Collette, young Nicholas Hoult. Yeah, it's a really good movie, that one. Put 500 Days back in there. Alright, up next we have An Affair to Remember from 1957, 50th anniversary edition with Cary Grant and Deborah Kerr. Up next we have The Age of Adeline on Blu-ray from 2015. Yeah, I like this film a lot with Blake Lively, big fan of her. Kathy Baker, Harrison Ford, Ellen Burstyn. Alright, up next we have the original Alfie from 1966 with Michael Caine, Debbie Reynolds, fantastic film. Didn't care for the remake, to be honest. Up next we have The American President from 1995. This is a lovely film. Yeah, Michael Douglas and Annette Bening are terrific together. Martin Sheen, Michael J. Fox. Yeah, I really enjoy that film. Paints the president as much better light these days. Up next we have Annie Hall from 1977, of course, Woody Allen's Oscar-winning film, starring himself and Diane Keaton. Fantastic movie. Up next we have The Apartment from 1960, featuring Jack Lemmon and Shirley MacLaine, Fred MacMurray. I rewatched this basically a month ago after my 24-hour movie marathon. This is one of the first films I watched the following weekend, I think. Up next we have As Good as It Gets from 1997, of course, Jack Nicholson and Helen Hunt. Fantastic performances by those two. Greg Kinnear. Alright, up next we have the Before trilogy, Richard Linklater's trilogy, Before Sunrise from 1995 with Ethan Hawke and Julie Delpy. This is my favorite of the three. I absolutely love this film. Such a beautiful movie. Of course, I also have this on Criterion Collection, the whole trilogy. Before Sunset from 2004, equally as good as the first one. I love the soundtrack that Julie Delpy did for this as well. She provided a lot of the songs. I have her CD from that soundtrack. And probably my least favorite of the three is Before Midnight from 2013, but still pretty good. Alright, up next we have The Big Sick from 2017. Yeah, good little film with Kumail Nanjiani and Zoe Kazan. Holly Hunter and Ray Romano are really good as the parents. That's a good film, that one. Let's see. Alright, up next we have Breakfast at Tiffany's. Absolute classic, of course, from 1961. Anniversary edition with Audrey Hepburn and George Peppard. Up next we have Bridget Jones' Diary from 2001 with Renee Zellweger, Colin Firth, and Hugh Grant. Miramax Collector Series. I've seen the sequel. I didn't really care for it that much. Stuff falling out all over the place. Up next we have Brokeback Mountain from 2005. Ang Lee's terrific film featuring a great cast. Jake Gyllenhaal and Heath Ledger, fantastic. Anne Hathaway and Michelle Williams, just a brilliant film. Next we have Bust Up from 1956, part of the Marilyn Monroe Diamond Collection. Of course starring Marilyn Monroe and Don Murray. Up next we have Carol from 2015. Yeah, a really good underrated film with Cate Blanchett and Rooney Mara. I liked it a lot. Really quite a sensual movie, that one. Up next we have Casablanca from 1942, 2-disc special edition, one of the all-time greats, of course. Humphrey Bogart and Ingrid Bergman, Paul Henreid, Claude Rains, Sidney Greenstreet, just a classic. Up next we have Casanova from 2005, starring Heath Ledger and Sienna Miller, Jeremy Irons. Yeah, fun movie. I remember when this came out, I was working at the movie theater, and I used to work up in the projection booth back then, and I would build up the prints, the reels, like the Thursday before, like new releases, we'd build up the prints, and I accidentally put one of the reels out of order for this movie, and like the first showing, it was like 20 minutes was like out of order because I put it in the wrong place. I messed it up. That's about all I remember from that film. Up next we have Chocolat from 2000s. Yeah, good film with Juliette Binoche, Judi Dench, Alfred Molina is terrific, Lena Olin, and Johnny Depp. Miramax Collector's Series. Up next we have Cool Intentions from 1999, classic teen sort of romantic thriller, if you like. Yeah, Sarah Michelle Gellar, sexy as hell. Ryan Philippe and Reese Witherspoon. Right, guys, moving on. Up next we have Definitely Maybe from 2008. I really like this film with Ryan Reynolds and Abigail Breslin, Elizabeth Banks, Rachel Weisz, and Isla Fisher are all fantastic in this movie. Yeah, really sweet movie. I like that film a lot. Alright, up next we have Don John from 2013 with Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Scarlett Johansson, Julianne Moore. Not great, I would say, but I still enjoyed it. Up next we have Down with Love from 2003. Yeah, good fun movie with Renee Zellweger and Ewan McGregor. Up next we have Elizabethtown from 2005. Yeah, I think an underrated film. I like this film a lot with Orlando Bloom and Kirsten Dunst. Yeah, good flick this. Up next we have The English Patient, Miramax Collector's Series, of course, Anthony Minghella's Oscar-winning film from 1996, 2-disc collection. Ray Fiennes and Juliette Binoche, Willem Dafoe, Kristen Scott Thomas. Fantastic. Up next we have Enough Said from 2013. Yeah, really good film with Julia Louis-Dreyfus, who I love. James Gandolfini, one of his last performances, I think. Catherine Keener, Toni Collette, two great actresses that I always enjoy. Yeah, I really like this film a lot. And recently I watched Downhill, Julia Louis-Dreyfus and Will Ferrell. That's a good fun movie that came out this year. If you haven't seen that, check that out. Up next we have Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, special 2-disc set. Fantastic film from 2004. Absolutely love this movie with Jim Carrey and Kate Winslet. Yeah, Kirsten Dunst, Elijah Wood, Mark Ruffalo, Tom Wilkinson. Just a brilliant film. I absolutely love that movie. Okay, up next we have The Fault in Our Stars from 2014. Little Infinities Extended Edition. Yeah, Shailene Woodley, terrific actress. Yeah, good film, that. Alright, up next we have 50 Shades of Grey, the whole trilogy, the first one from 2015. Yeah, Dakota Johnson, I enjoy her in these films. That's about all I'll say about these. Yeah, 50 Shades Darker from 2017. And 50 Shades Freed from 2018. Alright, up next we have The 5-Year Engagement from 2012. Yeah, really good fun movie with Jason Segel and Emily Blunt. Two actors I enjoy immensely. Up next, we have Four Weddings and a Funeral from 1994, deluxe edition. Fantastic movie with Hugh Grant and Andy McDowell, of course. Up next, we have the classic From Here to Eternity from 1953 with Burt Lancaster and Deborah Kerr, Donna Reed, Montgomery Clift, Frank Sinatra. Just a fantastic film, one of the all-time greats. Up next, we have Garden State from 2004. Yeah, I really enjoyed this film by Zach Braff, who of course stars in the movie with Natalie Portman, who's just awesome always. Big fan of her. Yeah, Garden State's a really great movie. Up next, we have Ghost, Special Collector's Edition, absolute classic, of course, from 1990 with Patrick Swayze and Demi Moore, Whoopi Goldberg. Just a fantastic film. Up next, we have The Goodbye Girl from 1977 with Richard Dreyfuss and Marsha Mason. Up next, we have The Graduate, Special Edition from 1967, of course, with Dustin Hoffman and Anne Bancroft, Catherine Ross. Yeah, also got this on Criterion Collection. Up next, we have The Great Gatsby from 2013 with Leo DiCaprio, Tobey Maguire, Carey Mulligan, Joel Edgerton. Not great, but I enjoyed it. It looks fantastic. Of course, directed by Baz Luhrmann. Of course, we got the Leo raising his glass meme that I see on Twitter like every day now. Up next, we have Guess Who's Coming to Dinner? Absolute classic from 1967 with Spencer Tracy and Katharine Hepburn and the great Sidney Poitier. Up next, we have, what is this? He's Just Not That Into You from 2009. Yeah, good, fun, romantic comedy. Good cast. Ben Affleck, Jennifer Aniston, Drew Barrymore, Jennifer Connelly, Kevin Connelly from Entourage, Bradley Cooper, Jennifer Goodwin, who's in a lot of late 2000s romantic comedies, and Justin Long. Yeah, I like that film. Up next, we have The Holiday from 2006. Really fun movie. I like this film a lot. I always watch it when it's on TV because I'm a massive Kate Winslet fan, of course. She's terrific. Her and Jack Black, especially, I like together in this film. But Cameron Diaz and Jude Law as well, terrific. Good Christmas movie as well. I probably should put this in my Christmas section, but yeah, it's a good film about movie scores. That's why I like that film quite a bit as well. Right, guys, moving on. Up next, we have How to Steal a Million from 1966 with Audrey Hepburn and Peter O'Toole. Up next, we have In Good Company from 2004. Yeah, I like this film a lot with Topher Grace and Scarlett Johansson, Dennis Quaid. Up next, we have It's Complicated from 2009 with Meryl Streep, Alec Baldwin, Steve Martin. Yeah, good little film. Up next, we have The Lobster from 2016. Really enjoyed this film a lot with Colin Farrell and Rachel Weisz, directed by Yorgos Lanthimos. Up next, we have Lost in Translation from 2003. Fantastic film, of course, directed by Sofia Coppola with Bill Murray and Scarlett Johansson. Just a fantastic movie. Up next, we have Love Actually, another one I could put in the Christmas section. Fantastic movie. I absolutely love this film. From 2003, great cast, Hugh Grant, Liam Neeson, Emma Thompson, Laura Linney, Colin Firth, Alan Rickman, Keira Knightley, Rowan Atkinson, and our old friend Rick from The Walking Dead, Andrew Lincoln. Yeah, it's a great movie. Alright, up next we have Love Story from 1970 with Ali McGraw and Ryan O'Neal, the ultimate love film of the 70s right there. Up next we have Manhattan, another Woody Allen classic, also starring Diane Keaton, of course, Mariel Hemingway, Meryl Streep from 1979. Up next we have Marty from 1955, I believe. Yeah, I remember seeing this film in college. Fantastic performance by Ernest Borgnine. Up next we have Memoirs of a Geisha from 2005, 2-disc widescreen special edition. Fantastic movie, beautiful music, costumes, everything. And great lead performance by Z Zhang, or Zhang Zi. I never know how to pronounce her name. I always see it spelled both ways. Up next we have Moonstruck from 1987, deluxe edition, of course, with Cher and Nicolas Cage. I believe this is coming out on Criterion this year, so I'll definitely be picking that up. Up next we have The Mountain Between Us on Blu-ray from 2017. Yeah, I like this film a lot with Idris Elba and Kate Winslet. I thought they were good together. Up next we have The Notebook, the quintessential romantic film of the past 20 years, you might say. New Line Platinum series from 2004. Ryan Gosling and Rachel McAdams, wonderful together, and James Garner and Gina Rowlands as well. Yeah, I really enjoyed The Notebook. I'm not gonna lie. Up next we have Notting Hill from 1999. Yeah, good romantic comedy with Hugh Grant and Julia Roberts. The supporting cast is really good as well. Like that film a lot. Up next we have Now Voyager from 1942 with Betty Davis and Paul Heinried, Claude Rains. I recently picked this up on Criterion Collection as well in the recent Barnes & Noble sale. Up next we have Penny Serenade from 1941, Cary Grant and Irene Dunne. Up next we have Pillow Talk from 1959, 50th anniversary edition, Rock Hudson and Doris Day. Up next we have Playing by Heart. This is a really underrated film from 1999, a fantastic cast. Gillian Anderson, Ellen Burstyn, Sean Connery, Anthony Edwards, Jay Moore, Dennis Quaid, Jenna Rowlands, Jon Stewart, Madeline Stowe. But the two standouts and the best part of this film are Ryan Phillippe and Angelina Jolie. They're fantastic in this film. Highly recommend this if you haven't seen it. Up next we have Pretty Woman, 15th anniversary special edition, absolute classic of course. Richard Gere and Julia Roberts. Jason Alexander makes a fun appearance in Pretty Woman. Up next we have Pride and Prejudice from 2005, Keira Knightley of course. Up next we have The Proposal, Sandra Bullock and Ryan Reynolds. Yeah, good fun movie. I like these two together in this film from 2009. Right guys, moving on down. Up next we have Punch Drunk Love from 2002, 2-disc special edition. Fantastic movie by Paul Thomas Anderson, one of my favorite Adam Sandler films. Emily Watson also have this on Criterion Collection. Up next we have The Quiet Man from 1952, John Wayne and Maureen O'Hara, wonderful film. Up next we have Reality Bites from 1994, 20th anniversary edition. Winona Ryder and Ethan Hawke, Ben Stiller. Up next we have The Remains of the Day from James Ivory. Yeah, Merchant Ivory film from 1993, fantastic movie with Anthony Hopkins and Emma Thompson. Up next we have Roman Holiday from 1953, special collector's edition. Gregory Peck and Audrey Hepburn, one of Audrey Hepburn's best films. Up next we have Romeo and Juliet, Franco Zeffirelli's Romeo and Juliet from 1968. Fantastic music in that film, great movie. And I also got William Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet from 1996 with Leo DiCaprio and Claire Danes. The music edition, John Leguizamo, of course directed by Baz Luhrmann. Up next we have A Room with a View, 2-disc special edition. Also have this on Criterion Collection from 1986. Wonderful movie with Maggie Smith, Denholm Elliott, Judi Dench, Simon Callow, Helena Bonham Carter, Julian Sands, Daniel Day-Lewis. Up next we have the original Sabrina from 1954. Fantastic film with Audrey Hepburn, Humphrey Bogart, and William Holden. Don't really care for the Harrison Ford remake. Up next we have Secretary from 2002. Fantastic movie with Maggie Gyllenhaal and James Spader. Up next we have Shakespeare in Love from 1998, of course, Oscar-winning film with Gwyneth Paltrow and Joseph Fiennes, Jeffrey Rush, Colin Firth, Judi Dench, Ben Affleck. Really like his performance in that film. Up next we have The Shop Around the Corner from 1940 by Ernst Lubitsch with Margaret Sullivan and Jimmy Stewart. Up next we have Singles, 1992 Generation X classic with Bridget Fonda, Campbell Scott, Kara Sedgwick, and Matt Dillon. Fantastic soundtrack to this film that I have as well. Up next we have Sleepless in Seattle, Tom Hanks, Meg Ryan, absolute classic of course, from 1993, 10th anniversary edition. Up next we have Something's Gotta Give from 2003 with Jack Nicholson and Diane Keaton, Keanu Reeves, Frances McDormand, Amanda Peet. Good film that, much like It's Complicated. Up next we have Tristan and Isolde from 2006. I really like this film a lot when it came. I remember seeing it twice in the theater. Yeah, James Franco and Sophia Myles. I really liked her a lot. I wonder whatever happened to her. I haven't seen her in a while. Up next we have The Ugly Truth from 2009. Yeah, good fun movie with Katherine Heigl and Gerard Butler. It got crapped on a lot, but I enjoyed it. I like the two leads in that film. Up next we have The Way We Were from 1973 special edition. Barbara Streisand and Robert Redford, of course. Up next we have When Harry Met Sally from 1989. Absolute classic again. Collector's edition with Billy Crystal and Meg Ryan. Up next we have YPF or Young People Fucking from 2008. Yeah, good fun movie. I liked it a lot. Lots of sexiness and nudity. I dig that film. And last but not least, another Tom Hanks, Meg Ryan classic, deluxe edition of You've Got Mail from 1998. Yeah, fantastic movie. So that is the romance section. Up next will be sci-fi, which is one of my biggest sections, so that will be probably at least 3 videos, I'm reckoning. So thank you for watching as always, and until next time, I'll see you.
James Bond.